In these videos, I use shortcut keys to make modeling more efficient. Shortcut keys are set up under Shortcuts, under System Preferences. To assign a key, start typing in the menu designation in the filter box, for instance, Hide. Select Edit Hide, type in the letter you want. Let's look at how to remodel the base. Turn off the New construction. Double-click to edit into the original CAD. I'm going to orbit. I'm going to window select just the base. I'm going to copy that outwards. But let's do 10 inches. So it's far enough away we can work on it. Make a group of that, G, and then cut that, Command X or Control X, cut it out of the main model, turn off the faucet, turn on the new, and Shift P or Edit Paste in Place to put that back into the root level of the model. This is a perimeter profile method of working with surfaces. What we do is we draw profiles that represent the surfaces, and then we use the sandbox tools to join those. Draw an arc from this endpoint down to this endpoint. And I'm using the CAD now, a point on the CAD, to specify the bulge of that arc. Click to place it down. Selecting that arc, it's a 12-segment arc. That's quite a lot for that small area, so let's set that to 8. I'll draw another arc, 8 segments, 8 sides. From there to there, do the same thing, find a CAD point to specify my bulge. And I'll do the same here, an arc from endpoint to endpoint. You're going to touch right there. And finally, an arc. Now this one, there's a compound curve happening. There's a curve from there to there, and then there's a larger curve from here. So I'll start the curve from here to here, touch it, and draw just 2 line segments, L, to connect it all up. I'm going to select this and put it on the faucet layer so we can turn it off. Triple click to select all the curves we've just made. I'm going to view the sandbox tools and click on From Contours. It uses the selection we had and creates a surface, and if I turn on the hidden geometry, you can see how it's put that surface together. Now I don't like that it has a high spot here in the middle, so here's a neat little trick. Delete that. Draw a line from the base of the fillet. I'm just picking a couple CAD points. Turn off the faucet. That gives us a frame of reference. I'll go down in the blue. Back there, it draws a plane that we can use for reference. Go down in the blue again. Draw across. So that gives us a plane we can work from. Double click, make a group of that so we don't merge to it. Now draw the arc from that midpoint, or that endpoint, sorry, to that endpoint. And now we can visually give it on this face, gives us a place to line up to. So I'll orbit, kind of look at it, and select maybe right there. There's the curve I want. We can delete that. Triple click and do From Contours again. It creates a lot better surface, a little more control, and without the hidden lines, it's a nice smooth surface. So using this method, we'll just go around Draw in arcs. Let's do one here. Arc from there to there. We should change the segmentation of this arc from 8. Let's do 3 sides. So type 3S. 3 sides. There's our 3-sided. Select the CAD. Do the same. This is the corner. Turn off the faucet. Select the 2 arcs. Do from contours. That creates our corner for us. Just continue doing this around the model. Draw another control arc. Arc from there to there. Keep in mind it's a 3-point arc. Let's put one more right here. Go from the middle of that. One to there. Turn off the faucet. Select the 3 arcs. The middle one just gives us a little more definition. Connect them in. Now this one didn't do what we wanted. See how it flattened it out? That's not what we want. Hit delete. We can draw these in by hand with the line tool. I'm just drawing triangulations. There's 2 surfaces that it's created. The background color is messing us up. There we go. Keep drawing just with line segments. And we can determine the triangulation that happens. Then we'll soften, smooth those afterwards to draw these in manually. That is one method that we can use. I'm going to delete that. Here's one that I prefer. It's a publicly available Ruby script called Curviloft. And you select the perimeter. I drew in another arc down here for the base. You select the perimeter you want, and it will grid it based on those curves. And it's a very fast, easy way, click to accept it, to build these shapes from perimeter curves. I'm going to quickly add some more curves, and then we'll use Curviloft to heal them together. You can see we just work around the model. It's going to be easier to do the rest of this editing if we make this a component so we can hide and show rest of model. Makes it quite nice workflow and method. Let's go to the CAD line work, add that to the set. Let's see what it does now. It's real good. We'll right click and orient faces. This looks very good. And we will explode those to put them all together. That one was done incorrectly. Draw an arc from there to that endpoint. Open on the CAD. Select all our points, all our paths, and loft it. And faces. Looks like that's all flat along the front. Reverse that face. We want to create the fillet weld along the faucet stem. Go another arc. Another arc here. Here it's getting a little fussy. That's all right. Last arc from there to there. Okay. One more. From there to there. And from there to there. And downwards to the midpoint, which will be a straight line segment. There to there, the midpoint. Then select all the different pieces and just fill in surfaces. Let's see if we can do this complicated series. Like the ends. Okay, we'll accept the ends. There's our half. Select all the geometry. Last step is to select all the geometry. So I've selected everything. G to group it. Double click on that group. Select everything. Explode. It'll all merge together. And then soften. Let's select that. Right click and soften smooth edges. Hide the hidden geometry, or toggle the hidden geometry. There we go. It's a nice base. The reason I made a group of it is so we still have those lines if we need to adjust anything. It's a component. Let's move that back, copy it back 10 inches, and then Control X, Command X to get it clipped to the clipboard. Then we'll take inside of this mirrored group, we'll just Shift P to paste it in. And we've moved our nice base into the faucet. Last thing to do, we'll edit out here, is triple click on that arc. Selects all the arcs, make a subgroup of that, G, put that on Z hidden, the hidden layer. And now we can turn Z hidden off. I'm going to delete that out of the way. And there's our nice base with the nice fillets in there. Last thing to do would be to intersect this faucet with the plane of the base. Let's open up the base, select that face, copy it, click outside, paste in place. Let's do the same on the other side. Select it, copy it, Click back out, paste in place. Now it's all one surface. Select that surface and make a group of it. Add that group into the faucet neck now, so we'll cut that away to the clipboard, double click, and paste it in place. Shift, paste in place. This is where we want to intersect with this geometry. Then it would be directly at the base. We could even move this up a little. I'm going to move it up, I don't know, let's do 1/8 of an inch. We can even, yeah, 1/8 of an inch is fine. Then we'll right click on it and intersect faces with context. Context is just this component. Now we can spacebar, do a crossing window through all that stuff. G to make a group of it and delete it. That took it out. We could even clean up this base so we wouldn't see it. Do a crossing window, a little bit more careful. Crossing window, G to make a group and delete it. That looks good. We've now cleaned up. We could clean up the inside, but I'm not going to worry about that. Select the cutting plane and delete it. Click back outside, and there's our remodeled faucet. Let's compare it against the existing CAD faucet. It was almost 46,000 faces and 70,000 edges. The new one that we've remodeled that looks just like it, not bad, 1,900 polygons. Pretty good size reduction, and we get the same product and much more usable to someone using our SketchUp files out of the 3D warehouse. Have fun remodeling your stuff and getting it into the 3D warehouse.